God spreads his work among the Gentile nations. His glory flashes through the universe. His will embodied in scattered men, all steered by his hand, doing tasks assigned.
Now he has entered into a new era, bringing all men into another world. This is a new age after all, and God has brought new word to take more new people into the new age and cast aside those he'll eliminate. This is a new age after all.
When God returned to his homeland, he then began another part of his plan, that man could know him more deeply. God regards the universe completely.
He sees the right time for his work to be done. He hurries here and there, doing his new work on man. This is a new age after all, and God has brought new word to take more new people into the new age and cast aside those he'll eliminate. This is a new age after all. In the nation of the great red dragon, God has done work that cannot be fathomed, causing men to waver in the wind as it blows.
Then he quietly
Drift away.
drift away.
This is the threshing floor that God will clear. This is his plan, what he longs for. This is a new age after all, and God has brought new word to take more new people into the new age and cast aside those he'll eliminate. This is a new age after all. This is the new age. This is the new age. This is the new age after
Though men don't admit that God exists, that he made and rules over everything, though they don't acknowledge his authority, astronomers, scientists, physicists are discovering that all things which exist laws that move them are ruled by a dark energy. This fact makes man accept there is a mighty being amongst these patterns of movement, orchestrating everything. His power is
doesn't battle Satan with weapons, but works man's life and saves him, changing man's disposition so man can bear witness for him. And this is how Satan will be defeated and shamed. When it is bound, man will be saved. The substance of man's salvation is battle waged with Satan. The war with Satan shown in salvation of man. The stage of the last days when man will be conquered is the last stage of battle, saving man fully from Satan. If man's freed from Satan's grasp, Satan will be shamed. Man will be taken back, Satan will be finished. Man will be spoils and Satan will be punished. The work of saving man will be fully accomplished. The work of man's salvation is divided in 3 stages, and so is the battle with Satan. But the result of the battle comes through giving grace to man, becoming man's sin offering, conquering and perfecting man. Conquering and perfecting man. Conquering and perfecting man.
God becomes flesh so he may open a new age. And this means the old has ended. And each time he comes and works among men, it means a new battle begins. If there's no new work, the old won't end. And if the old doesn't end, this is proof the battle with Satan still rages on. God is the beginning and the end. It's he who sets his word, and Lord
God has a new start on the earth. And He is glorified on earth. Here to the final, beautiful scene, God conveys passion in His heart. Beloved in Song of Songs, He's beautiful more than the saints. The ancient saints, He's the exemplar among human race. God returns, nations will have been divided along the boundaries that are set by His burning flames. He'll appear as a scorching sun, as the Holy One. He'll walk in nations like Jehovah did in Jewish tribes. He will lead men in their lives with a pillar of clouds. They'll see His glory, for God appears in holy lands. They'll see God's righteous day, see His glorious appearance, when God reigns on earth and brings His sons into glory. Into glory. Men will bow down, God's tabernacle set among them, erected on the rock of work He's doing today. God will smash the altar of filth, build one anew. Men will serve Him in the temple, lambs, calves, piled on the altar. You will see the day when God receives great glory, when He tears down the temple and builds a new one. You will see His tabernacle gather the nations anew. After crushing them, he'll build his temple and set up his altar, so all may offer sacrifices and serve him. Devote themselves to his work. In the Gentiles nations, they will all be like present-day Israelites, who are all dressed up in their priestly robes and crowns, and who all have the glory of God in their midst. His majesty hovers over, abiding with them. Erected on the rock of work is doing today. God will smash the altar of filth, build one anew. Men will serve him in the temple, lambs, calves piled on the altar. You will see the day when God receives great glory, when he tears down the temple and builds a new one. You will see his tabernacle coming to earth. It'll be the same as when you see him descending.
God works similarly in Gentile nations, as he has done in the land of Israel. For he will expand his work in Israel and spread it to the nations of the Gentiles.
Men will bow down, God's tabernacle set among them, erected on the rock of work is doing today. God will smash the altar of filth, build one anew. Then will serve him in the temple, lambs, calves piled on the altar. You will see the day when God receives great glory, when he tears down the temple and builds a new one. You will see his tabernacle coming to earth. It'll be the same as when you see him descending. You will see him descending.
When you see him descending,
You will see him descending.
God's final work isn't just punishing man, but also to arrange man's destination.
during the age of kingdom, God incarnate speaks words to conquer all those who believe in him. This is the Word appearing in the flesh. God has come during the last days to do this work, which is to say, he has come to accomplish the actual significance of the Word appearing in the flesh.
In the last days, God will realize the Word appearing in the flesh. It's the final chapter of his plan, so he has to come down to earth and manifest all of his words in the flesh in which he is clothed.
All done today, tomorrow, though saved or not, man's final outcome, all that will be accomplished by God. All these have been made clear through his words. So the significance of the Word appearing in the flesh will be fulfilled. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. And the Word became flesh. The Word became flesh. This is what God will fulfill in the last days. Decrees and constitutions given will be destroyed or enter rest. How he classifies his people and sons, where he'll place those destined for God. What will happen to Israel and Egypt? These are the words that must be fulfilled. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. And the Word became flesh. The Word became flesh. This is what God will fulfill in the last days. God speaks at the pace of his word. He shows to man with his word what's to be done in each age. The ministry of God incarnate days. In the last days, this is all to accomplish the meaning of the Word appearing in the
To the universe comes righteous judgment. All men grow faint-hearted and fearful, because the world in which all mankind dwell is the world where righteousness is unknown. And when the Son of Righteousness appears, retribution. Yeah, and to set the destination of man in his role as the Son of righteousness. God's kingdom is now coming into shade. Above the universe, his throne holds away. Among the hearts of trillions of people, with angels help, God's great work will soon be attained. The time has finally arrived. God's work He will start to perform. He will reign as King among men. God is on the point of return, and He is about to depart. For this all have hoped and they wish. God will let us see His days are ripe. Let them welcome this day with bliss. All of God's sons and God's people away, longing for Him to reunite with them. With bated breath, they wait for His return, never to be separated again. How could loving newer as populace of God's kingdom not race towards each other in celebration because He's with them? Could this gathering come at no cost? At no cost. The time has finally arrived. God's work He will start to perform. He will reign as King among men. God is on the point of return, and He is about to depart. For this all have hoped and they wish. God will let us see His days are ripe. Let them welcome this day with bliss. God is noble in all the eyes of men. He is proclaimed in the words of their law. When God finally makes His return, enemy forces can conquer and fall. Time has finally arrived. God's work He will start to perform. He will reign as King among men. Reign as King. God is on the point of return. He is about to depart. For this all have hoped and they wish. God will let us see His days are ripe. Let them welcome this day with bliss. Let them welcome this day